Our speaker today is Kristina Roegner, State of Ohio House Representative of the 42nd District and a resident of the City of Hudson. Kristina.
Thank you. Memorial Day. Today we remember. We remember those men and women who have served our country and many of those who have paid the ultimate price. They fought for our freedom, freedom from tyranny, freedom from oppression, freedom to live the way we would live, the American dream, freedom to love our families, to travel, to take risks, and independence for our country. President Abraham Lincoln, many years ago, in his Gettysburg Address, said 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. And now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. Generation upon generation have stepped up to the call of service to fight for that freedom, and this nation, conceived in liberty, has endured. Across this country today, from coast to coast, from the mountains to the plains, from the big cities to the farms, we remember our soldiers. We're celebrating Memorial Day. We celebrate those soldiers, those men and women, black and white, who love this country and step forward to defend our freedom. Hudson has a long heritage of service to our country. From the War of 1812, when Hudson was so little at the time, we sent 50 of our sons into battle, and there are over 10 of them here in this cemetery. In fact, June 2nd, there will be a memorial across the street at the Chapel Hill Cemetery remembering the War of 1812, which was 200 years ago this year. The Civil War. We also sent many of our sons to the Civil War. Lieutenant John Hitchcock is buried here in this cemetery as well. He was 22 years old, and he was sent to the front lines in Tennessee. He joined the 18th U.S. Regulars. His father was a president of the Western Reserve College here. Through the World Wars, on into Vietnam, and into today. I serve as your state representative, and one of the most difficult parts of my job has been, but yet the most proud, has been when I'm called upon to recognize a fallen soldier from our district. And earlier this month, we recognized one of those soldiers, 2nd Lieutenant David Rylander. He was killed in the Logar province of Afghanistan on May 2nd when a team of insurgents attacked his unit with an improvised explosive device. He was homeschooled by his mother, who is here today, for 12 years. And then he went on to West Point, where he graduated. It was his calling. He always wanted to serve his country. He believed it was his calling to be an officer, and he did that. And the verse that led him and gave him strength was, "I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength." It's from Philippians. I called his mother before I gave the speech on the floor to recognize his service. And it was one of the most amazing conversations I've ever had in my life. The family has so much faith. They just wanted God to be glorified through the loss of their son. Thank you, Jackie. 2nd Lieutenant Rylander was part of, even though he lived in Stowe, he was part of the Hudson community. His loss is felt very keenly here. He was part of the Boy Scout troop here in Hudson, 777. And he went to church here as well. And we feel his loss, his and all those many others who have served. President Lincoln went on to say that we are met on this great battlefield, and we have come to dedicate a portion of that battlefield as a final resting place for those who have here gave their lives that this nation might live. And it is altogether fitting and proper that we do this. And it is today and every day. Do not forget the sacrifice that our soldiers, men and women, have made so we can be free. From the American Revolution to the global war on terror, over 1 million men and women have given their lives for our freedom. Let us never, ever forget. Let's never forget the price they paid. I love this country. I just want to thank you all for coming. Please take some time to thank a family of those who have served and those who serve, and ask God's blessing upon our great nation. Thank you very much, and God bless America.